The early modern period brought significant migration shifts to England, driven by three major factors: the Reformation, colonization, and the onset of enslavement. The Reformation made England a Protestant country, which led to the migration of Huguenots, Flemish, Walloons, and Dutch. Colonization started with North America, where Native Americans Wanchese and Manteo traveled for diplomatic discussions. Colonization also led Britain to India and parts of Africa. Global migration was fundamentally shaped by powerful organizations, particularly the East India Company and the Royal African Company. The EIC established the first permanent South Asian communities through the recruitment of Lascars, who were sailors and domestic ayahs and servants. The Royal African Company gave Britain a strong position as traders during enslavement, and while it was rare for enslaved people to be brought to Britain, they could be brought and were set free or worked as domestic servants. Indian migration between 1500 and 1700 was primarily driven by maritime recruitment and domestic service. Settlers often faced poor conditions and legal limbo, but their presence established the first distinct South Asian clusters, contributing to England's global trade. Ayahs, for example, could accompany sailors and their families back to Britain to carry on their care of the children. However, if their services were no longer needed, they could be abandoned without work or housing in a country foreign to their own. Africans arrived as skilled workers, diplomatic entourages, and through forced migration, though this was not as common. Individuals like John Blank were successfully integrated as free individuals, and he worked for both Henry VII and Henry VIII in the royal court as a trumpeter. There are other examples of African people in England, like Mary Fleece, who worked as a seamstress and converted her religion in order to marry an Englishman, and those who even testified in English courts.